Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending upon where you are in the world. Oh, my Lord, my name is Tomacek Bednarik. I'm so happy to welcome you to the third annual Pioneers of the SDGs Awards ceremony organized by the Journalists and Writers Foundation and their 36 global partners. This year, we received 30 wonderful projects from 20 different countries. We are here to pay tribute to outstanding individuals and organizations that contribute to sustainable peace and development through innovative and creative projects. I want you to know that promoting these peaceful and inclusive societies, promoting human rights, the rule of law, and democratic values, empowering women, girls, and youth for social justice and equal opportunities play an essential role in achieving sustainable development goals, SDGs worldwide. These projects have the potential to serve as exemplary models to inspire others to make positive social change while contributing to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This is an outstanding opportunity for your organizations to share your projects as best practices with the United Nations and other relevant stakeholders while exploring other opportunities for collaboration and partnership. And now, I am so honored to welcome Mr. Mehmet Kilic, President of JWF, for his opening remarks. Mehmet.
Hello, greetings, warm welcome to you all, joining from all around the world. On behalf of the Journalists and Writers Foundation and our 36 global partners, I welcome you, I salute you, and I thank you for joining us at this very important event, Pioneers in SDGs Awards ceremony. As Tomacek said, this year has been very exceptional because we received 30 amazing projects from 20 different countries. We know that you are doing a phenomenal job with these amazing projects that contribute to the quality of life, making a difference in the lives of people, boys and girls, women and men, elderly and young. You are doing a positive social change in your community. So we believe that you are all winners and you are all champions, and you deserve a big applause for your time, for your efforts and energy. We also know that there are multiple stakeholders who contributed to these projects with their knowledge, experience, efforts, and financial contributions. We believe that partnerships play a crucial role in achieving your goals and objectives. Likewise, public-private partnerships is crucial in achieving the sustainable development goals. No one can achieve these goals by themselves. So governments, the private sector, the civil society, we have to work all together in collaboration and communication to make this world, to make our world a better place for all and make our world greener, cleaner for today and for the generations to come. So now I would like to take this opportunity to thank our 36 global partners from Africa to Asia, from Australia to Europe, from North America to South America for their support for the last 6 years. I thank you. I also want to thank our international jury members who spent hours to evaluate 30 projects based on 4 criteria: innovation, stakeholders, scope, and impact. They read hundreds of pages of information about the projects, watched their project intro videos, and scored their activities based on their outcomes. Thank you. I want to thank the representatives of the projects and their organizations for their contributions to sustainable peace and development worldwide. I want you to know that you are contributing to the achievement of sustainable development goals from a bottom-up approach. I thank you. Last but not least, I want to thank our viewers for your support. Joining us at the Pioneers in SDGs Award ceremony means a lot to us. You are all change makers and you are all leaders in your society with your support and contributions. Once again, I thank you all for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Kilic. Oh my gosh. And now we are going to hear a keynote speech from Ambassador Carlos Garcia. Former ambassador of El Salvador to the United Nations and the Secretary General of the United Nations Associations of El Salvador, Ambassador Garcia has served as one of the members of the international jury of the pioneers of the SDGs Awards. Ambassador.
Thanks to everyone. I am the Ambassador Carlos Garcia, former permanent representative of El Salvador and currently Secretary General of the United Nations Association of El Salvador. I have the honor to welcome you to this wonderful event entitled Pioneers Award 2021 of the Sustainable Development Goals, organized by Journalist and Writer Foundation, which president is Mehmet Kilik, a wonderful leader for this foundation that is currently promoting this approach to the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals as part of the civil society. This event has the characteristics to analyze 30 projects that have been presented for evaluation in regards to how in different countries of the world people are seeing the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goal. Believe me, I was in shock after reviewing so many creativity that I found in different projects, as well as the opportunity that has been taken for those leaders in the communities, either in the rural areas or in the urban areas as well. Both has a common issue, which is that they are eager to promote and utilize the Sustainable Development Goal as a roadmap to solve as much as possible the common problems that humanity is facing through this year. It's true that when the General Assembly adopted in the year 2015 the Sustainable Development Goal, we have a different environment, a different world. Now, in the year 2020, after COVID-19, we are facing a new world. More challenges have been in place, and then we have an opportunity to utilize the Sustainable Development Goal as a tool and as a roadmap to overcome all these problems. Of course, SDGs do not represent an overall solution for every problem in every community, in every area of the planet, but at least represent a beautiful blueprint that shows us the way, the roadmap that we can follow. And if we do that, we will be able to definitely contribute for development. Thank you for coming to this event, and I wish you all have a wonderful opportunity for exchange ideas with your peers. And of course, congratulations to all of you who have participated in this pioneer event on our award that has been presented for the year 2021 on Sustainable Development Goals. We definitely, as leaders in the world, have an important responsibility to guide the best and to take all opportunity available for promoting and implementing this roadmap. As I said, this is a wonderful opportunity for you all, leaders in the world, as well as to come up with creativity, to come up with brilliant ideas that you have, with organization, with leadership, taking into account vulnerable groups, addressing those key issues of the society, but from a holistic perspective. Definitely, this is the good time for implementing the Sustainable Development Goals. Congratulations to you all for participating in this Pioneer Award 2021 for the Sustainable Development Goals, and I wish you the best during this wonderful event. Have a great time together. Congratulations to all.
Ambassador, that was just wonderful. And now it's time for what we have all been waiting for. Yes. Our international jury evaluated the contributions of your projects based on 4 criteria: innovation, stakeholders, scope, and impact. Our international jury also considered the project descriptions, concept notes, and the video presentations to provide participants with comments that can help improve the projects with its scope and impact. Recommendations and comments of the jurors can benefit the project and organization to make any changes, improvements, and modifications necessary to achieve tangible and substantive higher levels of outcomes. So, the third place winner And the recipient of the $500 prize is
The COVID-19 pandemic had a huge impact on the smile of the child, creating a major increase in requests for assistance as well as in the number of cases we handled. Furthermore, the pandemic brought to the forefront new priorities under the main SDGs that our organization focuses on. Among other SDGs, we saw that Goal 3, good health and well-being, Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities, and Goal 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions, endangered more than ever. As in most public health systems around the world, the Greek health system faced unpredictable challenges that required quick solutions and out-of-the-box thinking. Our organization decided to find new, innovative uses for its tools in order to create solutions for the new needs and problems that arose. One of the most unprecedented problems was that of critical blood shortages. Volunteers seemed to be hesitant towards participating in blood donations organized in-house by the hospitals, and this led to a serious decrease in blood collections. According to data provided by the National Blood Donation Center of Greece, blood donations dropped from 1,500 to 800 per day during the pandemic. Our organization immediately sought ways to help the Greek health system resolve this newly found challenge. We demonstrated maximum flexibility and turned our own Odysseus, Ulysses, from a mobile unit for education and technology to a fully equipped mobile blood donation center that traveled across Greece. Odysseus offered an inclusive mobile space where hospitals could host their blood donation actions and volunteers could feel safe and relaxed. What's even more important, the overall action allowed us to boost the morale of both volunteers as well as nursing staff participating in the blood donations. In order to have the greatest outreach possible and raise volunteers' participation, we convened a large and diverse pool of stakeholders, including the Ministry of Health, the General Secretariat of Sports, regional and municipal authorities, as well as role models and athletes who acted as influencers. The response of the public was touching. Starting in April 2020 and until today, we have visited 49 spots nationwide and collected a total of 2,477 blood bags.
wow. I now have the pleasure and the honor to present to you Kostas Yiannopoulos. Kostas, Zitolas.
Zitolas. Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Distinguished members of the international jury, distinguished members of the Journalists and Writers Foundation, distinguished fellow awardees, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to say a few words, if you allow me. On behalf of all of us at the Smile of the Child, let me express a warm and heartfelt thank you for selecting our project Odysseus to be among the winners of the Pioneers in SDGs Award 2021. Your vote honors us greatly. Let me first say 2 words about our organization, the Smile of the Child, which was founded 25 years ago by a 10-year-old boy, my son, Andreas Yiannopoulos. As he was fighting with an illness that eventually took him away from us, shortly before leaving life, he wrote in his own words, in his diary, his vision of an organization that would make sure that every child, irrespective of background, ethnicity, color, or religion, smiles. Andreas called on everyone to stop talking and start acting in order to make sure that all children are safe and protected. Today, 25 years later, the Smile of the Child is the largest non-governmental organization working in the field of child protection in Greece. Having supported over the past 2 decades more than 1.7 million children and their families in Greece, we work to protect and support children victims of any form of violence, missing children, children living in poverty, and children with health problems. Now, let me just briefly present you our project Odysseus, the Greek name for Ulysses in Education Lab, an education lab serving as a crisis management center and blood donation lab during the COVID-19 pandemic in Greece. From the launch of this operation back in 2014, Odysseus was designated to host educational and other experiences often relying on technology, with the generous support of numerous donors featuring from elite technology and telecommunication companies operating in Greece. The mobile laboratory is equipped with the latest technological tools, which allow it to serve as tools for many different. In early 2020, as the pandemic affected our country in many devastating ways, and as we noted the multiple challenges and gaps, we decided to be innovative and flexible. As you saw from the video, I will not continue. This was a great job that we are saving lives of many children and adults in Greece.
Kostas, that's great. Fantastic. Outstanding. Thank you so much. Now, the second place winner and the recipient of the $1,000 prize is
Program Director at DKT Nigeria, and the name of my project is Honey and Banana Integrated Digital Ecosystem. The goal of the Honey and Banana Integrated Digital Ecosystem is to increase adoption and reduce discontinuation of family planning services, to improve the customer experience of vulnerable populations seeking sexual and reproductive health services, and of course expand access and improve acceptability of family planning products, information and services among different target groups. The Honey and Banana platform leverages digital technologies like call center, social media, websites, apps to promote and provide sexual and reproductive health services and information to target groups. It is linked to 466 partner clinics that honor referrals from the Honey and Banana platform, and ensures that referrals of women from these platforms get excellent customer care. And for 12 months after they receive a long-acting reversible contraception, they are followed up from the call center to ensure they get excellent family planning service. The platform was designed with inputs from different stakeholders, including co-creators. We had program beneficiaries who made inputs, as well as actual users of the platform from informative research that had participants who were less than 20 years old. Honey and Banana uses the FOG behavior model to guide program implementation. According to the FOG behavioral model, people's willingness to change in a new behavior, like adopting family planning, for instance, depends on 3 key factors: how motivated they are to adopt the behavior, how easy or difficult it is for them to do so, and whether or not there is a prompt or cue that makes them take action. The Honey and Banana Connect call center has a multilingual team of 15 call agents who speak 5 Nigerian languages, respond to sexual and reproductive health inquiries, make referrals to nationwide youth-friendly partner clinics, and follow up new family planning users for 12 months to ensure great family planning customer experience. We engage with diverse online audiences on Honey and Banana websites, apps, and social media platforms to increase family planning awareness, acceptability, and accessibility. We also leverage mass media to reach lower socioeconomic groups who are not online and need access to FP information and services without fear of bias or loss of privacy. Honey and Banana tracks different outcomes, including number of requests for information on family planning, satisfaction of users on the platform, e-vouchers to low-income populations, reach and engagement of online campaigns.
Wow. From the Deep K Tiagi Foundation, I'd like to introduce to you now, Oniha Stella.
Hello, everyone, and thank you. Thank you very much for this recognition, and thank you for the honor. The Honey and Banana platform is implemented by DKT Nigeria, DKT International Nigeria, and is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. It's been going on for 3 years now and is leveraging digital technologies, including the Honey and Banana Connect call center, the Honey and Banana website, B-Media Smart website, social media, and apps. And the major aim is to talk to vulnerable populations like women who are afraid of unplanned pregnancies, who are at risk of becoming victims of unplanned pregnancies, to leverage the platform, get access to accurate family planning information, get access to clinics that will provide these services at affordable rates without being judgmental, and give them a great service. And we at the call center follow these women up for 12 months to ensure they have a great family planning experience. And so far, we've talked to over 300, generated more than 335,000 calls from different parts of Nigeria, across different socioeconomic groups, women who are afraid of unplanned pregnancies, women who are seeking referrals to nearby clinics for excellent family planning services. And we also do social media, because we know that a lot of young people are online and they're seeking family planning questions, are seeking referrals to clinics, and they're worried. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to have their conversations leaked. So they're seeking places where they have privacy, they can get confidential information and access to medical experts. And that's the beauty of the Honey and Banana platform. We start off with the journey from the awareness portion, where they hear about family planning, the call center, toll-free call center, which is 55059, very short code, because the young people said they wanted a number that they could easily remember, and they wanted a brand that could speak to them. And that's why they chose Honey and Banana, because the street language in Nigeria, a honey is a lady and the banana is a guy. And so when you check out the website and you see Honey and Banana, you think you're in a smoothie website, so that the parents are not raising eyebrows when they see Honey and Banana. And so when we came as a group to create the Honey and Banana platform, we thought about these things so that there would be no bias, and parents and guardians will not be judgmental about providing the family planning service to vulnerable populations. And the clinics are all over Nigeria providing quality services. But we want to ensure that when we refer you to a clinic, you're getting excellent sexual reproductive health service. And you are also followed up from the call center to ensure that you don't drop off and you continue the method and avoid unplanned pregnancy. Thank you.
Oh, that's wonderful. Anuha, thank you. And Costas, thank you. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the winner of the first place and the $2,000 prize is
My name is Shayna Baser, and I'm an advocate at UNA-NCA, a nonprofit with over 2,000 volunteers in the greater Washington area working to advance universal human rights and dignity. I'll often hear from legislators, activists, even new UNA members, what are the SDGs? What do they do? And what does the UN have to do with anything that's happening in our own communities? At UNA-NCA, we saw this information gap as an opportunity to bring attention to the possibilities of the SDG framework. UNA bridges global goals with local action. So we started talking to community stakeholders about what limited their ability to effectively support community development, especially during COVID. Time and again, we heard lack of data and lack of unified benchmarks of vulnerability or resilience across sectors. A sustainable city doesn't just have low carbon emissions. Its residents are housed, fed, employed, healthy, and enjoy equitable access to public resources. We can't achieve any of these benchmarks when we think of them as separate. So we're leveraging the interconnectedness of the SDGs as a blueprint for inclusive progress with Global Goals at Home, a program to capture the reality of inequality and critical need in our communities by cultivating more nuanced, accessible data and pathways for collaborative action. This project involves localizing every SDG target and indicator to DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and creating an online dashboard that any legislator, direct service provider, or educator can access. We're translating a global target, like 16.3, promoting the rule of law to ensure equal access to justice, into how that manifests locally. In this case, looking at rates of pretrial detention, police brutality, incarceration, and more. The Global Goals at Home dashboard consolidates metadata and analysis that we've gathered in partnership with food banks, housing advocates, think tanks, and global justice institutions, enabling us to understand our communities beyond the numbers with disaggregated data supplemented by visual and summative analysis. Right now, we're focused on our community, where there's a critical need and clear demand. But with your support, we can rapidly transform this dashboard into a grassroots-driven framework for any municipality to replicate and create their own local snapshot of the SDGs. Because when federal momentum stalls, we need our cities, our counties, and our communities to push progress forward. This is an exercise in community, both in the project's development and in its applications as an accessible, interactive digital tool for a diverse set of users. It's a launching pad for productive dialogue and raises the utility of the SDGs nationally. Together, we're able to educate and engage our community as we work to advance human rights and dignity for all, starting in our backyards. Thank you to the Journalists and Writers Foundation for this opportunity and for your consideration.
Oh, that was just marvelous. The United Nations Association of the National Capital Area has done so much. And Shana Vassar, please give us some additional words.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm first and foremost, I just want to thank the Journalists and Writers Foundation for this tremendous honor. We are so grateful and frankly humbled to even be considered among this incredible group of honorees. So thank you for the opportunity. And I'm very proud of our team at UNA NCA's Global Goals at Home program. The idea behind this project dates back to the introduction of the SDGs in 2015 and recognition of the urgency to bridge the gap between global goals and local action. And so Global Goals at Home is an initiative that's very much inspired by community, rooted in community, and intended to serve community. Ultimately, by offering our policymakers more nuanced data and analysis that's being presented through the framework of the SDGs, our goal is to be able to produce more inclusive and sustainable decision-making outcomes at the state and local level. And we're doing this while raising the visibility of the SDGs, demonstrating how they serve in practice as an effective agenda for equitable progress, not just internationally or nationally, but within our neighborhoods and within our communities. I'm excited that this October, in celebration of UN Month, we'll be launching our data and analysis dashboard, which we previewed in that video, and so it'll be available. And starting next year, we'll begin convening regional stakeholders to regularly revisit and reassess those localized measures and benchmarks of progress so that we can ensure we know which measures are working, what's missing, how do we continue to best capture the true landscape of vulnerability and change within the national capital area. And so these SDG consultations will take us through 2030, ensuring that that work remains relevant, applicable, durable. Our goal moving forward with this program is to empower any municipality to report and analyze data using the framework of the SDGs through these localized proxy indicators that are specific to a unique jurisdiction. And so your support and your feedback just brings us one step closer to achieving the SDGs starting at home. So again, thank you so much for this honor and opportunity. And for anyone here or anyone watching, we'd love to hear from you and connect and hear your feedback and answer questions. And so please visit us at unanca.org and get in touch. Thank you so much again.
Shana, that was marvelous from the Washington metropolitan area, Virginia, Washington, D.C., and Maryland. I know you're doing impactful work. Congratulations. And now, every year, the Innovation Award is presented to the project with the most creative solutions to address global challenges. This year's winner of the Innovation Award is well, Dream, Learn, Work from Brazil. Jonathan Muir, I'd love for you to say some words.
Wow, this is great, guys. Our organization is very honored with this opportunity and just to be among such different and diverse projects all over the world. We inspire youngsters from Rio, right, to dream about a better future through access to education and decent work opportunities. And it's during the pandemic, we just had to focus on many other issues, just to keep on helping our youngsters throughout the pandemic towards food security and just try to keep on motivating them to fulfill and seek their dreams. And, as we could see, the transformation is collectively with our partners, with our volunteers. All of our impact numbers were made. So I'm just honored and happy for this opportunity, and lots of love here from Brazil.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. And now, the Stakeholders Award is presented to celebrate developing partnerships to share financial and human resources. This year's winners are Lydia Lebantu of South Africa. Please welcome Ms. Linda Wikanoza.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, since its inception in 1989, Ilitha Labantu has provided psychosocial counseling and legal support to victims of violence against women. We understood early on from the personal experience of the founder of Ilitha Labantu, Mandisa Monakali, that people turn to look at the scars more than the mental effects of domestic violence. This is how the organization puts emphasis on the idea of providing emotional support and court readiness support for coping with and for addressing violence against women and children. We developed interactive, inclusive methodologies in delivering our services, taking care to ensure that there is a self-reliant action learning of women for each client that we provide the services to make sure that they stand on their own, and for us to be there to anchor them, not as a once-off service, but to walk the entire journey with them, the journey of healing and the journey of access to justice and the journey of personal transformation to heal from their scars. And we make sure that we do this in a sustainable way. To do this, our team of social workers and staff must genuinely care for our people in our community in order to work together so that we understand the complexities and the nature of issues affecting our people, which includes poverty, hunger, unemployment, and the lack of economic opportunities. And more importantly, making sure that these services, as we provide them, they are done in the local languages and the language that is understood by our clients. With this mindset and heart, we have been able to provide holistic development services over and above psychosocial support and court support, but we've been able to provide food security, education, skills programs, in particular to townships and informal settlements and rural areas where most of the women come from. And so, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased and honored to be receiving this award. And this exactly is what makes Elita Labantu a unique and a trusted service provider and a provider of choice for more than 32 years, and we're still going strong. Thank you very much.
How wonderful. And our next Stakeholder Award winner is the Municipal Health Secretariat of Sao Paulo, Teles Institute Novartis Foundation. And I'd like to introduce to you Johannes Bock.
Yeah, thank you very much, all. We are very thrilled to receive that recognition. And as it is a stakeholder award, I think you understand that I'm only here representing a variety of different entities. Among those, obviously, our Brazilian partners and specifically the health authorities of the city of Sao Paulo, which I would also like to share my gratitude and specifically thank them for leading this initiative that we established and which brought a great impact to population health. The authorities believed in us, in our team, specifically gave us trust and credit to work in a public-private partnership. And our initiative called Better Hearts, Better Cities is actually a global initiative established by the Novartis Foundation, where we set out to transform the reality of population health for non-communicable diseases and cardiovascular diseases across 3 cities, namely Dakar in Senegal, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, and Sao Paulo, Brazil. So in the city of Sao Paulo and under the leadership of the local authorities, we established locally adapted solutions through design thinking, citizen centers, and inclusive to address SDGs through WHO and other global recommendations. And we saw in our evidence that only in 15 months of implementation, we saw a significant increase in control of those conditions and reductions of hospitalizations for complications. So this model that we created is ready for replication, and I'm very happy also to connect and share with anyone who is interested. And thanks again to everyone who participated and contributed, and to all here present as well. Thanks a lot.
That's great, Johan. How wonderful. Now, for the Scope Award, our journey and jury takes us to a project that demonstrates strategic planning, implementation, and evaluation. And the winner is the Liberian Youth Foundation of Liberia. And now I'd like to introduce to you Abdul Rahman Fofana.
Abdurrahman, we don't hear you. Can you unmute yourself?
Abdul, if you could unmute yourself and share with us your glorious voice. Well, now it's time to celebrate the project with the greatest potential impact. This year's project demonstrated evidence and effective outcomes that can be transferred to other places. And the Impact Award winner is Generation W USA. Now I'd like to introduce to you Donna Arenda. Donna?
Mute. How about that? Can you hear me now?
Yes, beautiful. You sound great.
Thank you so much, as do you. All of your enthusiasm is great. I have to say, it's a little, I feel emotional. This is really wonderful. I want to thank everybody, of course, the international jurists and of course the journalists and the Writers Foundation. We are so delighted to be in all of your company. My team is here texting the whole time. They're like, can you believe this is going on here and here and here? We're a part of this, and you're also very special. It just makes us proud to be in the company of a community who shows every day that we live in this shared responsibility of lifting each other up. And that feels so good, right? In a time when there are things that don't make us feel as good. Generation W, I'd love to share with you, is a US-based nonprofit organization whose mission is to elevate the human spirit by advancing women and girls through inspiring action, connection, and community. And our vision is for a culture where all women and girls are valued and equity is prized. Our values are rooted in the belief that when you elevate women and girls, you elevate us all. And we work proudly and stand tall in support of SDG 5, gender equality, and the radiating impact that that brings for the world. 8 years ago at our Generation W Thought Leadership event, we had 17 girls take the stage. We had nearly 1,000 women in the audience, and our moderators were these wonderful women. And the questions were really simple and direct to these girls who came from all walks of life, all ethnicities. What is important to you? You know, who are you? What is important to you, and how do we help you? This conversation proved electric, and Generation WOW was born. It was about women sharing their wisdom, uniting with the wow of girls, which has become the underpinning of the Generation WOW leadership and mentorship program. It's something we call WOWsdom, the power of the leaders of tomorrow connecting with the leaders of today. Generation WOW is fueled by the learning shared in our book, WOWsdom, The Girl's Guide to the Positive and the Possible, and then the curriculum that we glean from this book that guides all of our programs. Generation WOW is a warm, embracing community where girls 12 to 17 learn about the positive and the possible, with an emphasis on developing self-confidence, a sense of belonging in the world, and the leadership skills to succeed, to persevere, to overcome, to build connections, and to not feel alone, especially in the time of COVID. The Generation WOW platform includes an annual event that's been staged in several cities across the states. And yes, we should take it across the world, where thousands of girls have experienced the high energy and yet thoughtful impact of WOW the experience. We host WOW clubs in high schools and middle schools. We have special programming, learning excursions, and year-round mentorship opportunities. And of course, the pandemic has required us to think through and be nimble and react in ways that we never thought we had to, like it has for all of you, right? WOW's community impact is significant and offers a safe place for girls to navigate the complex issues they face in our ever-changing, and I probably shouldn't have to say challenging world. And a challenging world, as we all know, makes for challenging work. And that's why we are so grateful. I'm just going to take this little bit of time to thank all of the people who are involved daily with WOW, beginning with our WOW girls, our facilitators, our leadership now, and all of you, right? Could not do it without each other. And those that brought us to this point, of course, our school districts, our educators, our families, our friends, our partners, corporate and community leaders, and volunteers. We do this work just as you do because we love this work, because it has real impact. because we're motivated when we get comments like this from one of our girls. Being a wild girl makes me feel like girls can do anything they put their mind to. So we thank you. We're happy to be amongst you, and we invite you to join us on April 1st when we have our Next Generation W event. It is about community and connection. We also host a bi-weekly Zoom about being better humans and contributing to a better world. And if all of you, any of you are dealing with teen girls, we do have a monthly Wowsome Live program that we would love to be able to partner with any of you. If we can help girls anywhere, we just know it lifts up all of us. In closing, we just offer our thanks to our team, Generation W. Thank you so much, because you believe and live in the belief of the power of girls, and of course, women, and our ability to create positive impact wherever we can touch them. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Donna, that was wonderful. It's a total wow. Women absolutely share a magnificence beyond words, and they shine a light on all. Thank you. Now, everyone, our final award, the Changemaker Award, goes to 3 winners. And winner number 1.
Hello, greetings from Belgium, Brussels. I hope you can hear me and you can hear my colleagues. We are very glad to hear and we are very honored with your gifts. Thank you so much. I'm here to present Extremely United Project. Extremely United Project is being created for prevention of radicalization, especially on online platforms. So why we created this project is we realize that we share more than we know, and we look like we're similar more than we see. So why not to emphasize this mutual and shared values in online platform, especially in social media as well. So we created this platform with the contribution of 14 partners from 9 different countries of Europe. So you see very small number of people, very small group of people that we are working together. So we are diverse and inclusive as much as possible. You can multiply the number of people and diversity here with the 14 because we have very distinctive partners that from around the Europe. So with our project, we say that we have to be very careful about extremism and radicalization in order to provide a solution. Sometimes we suggest that you can go for extreme another type. You can go in extreme case, you can be extremist in a kind of tolerance, in regarding tolerance, being a creative, being critical thinker, open-minded and open heart. So in case of providing very good and alternative narratives, we went on the street, we worked together with and for young people. We made street interviews, short movies, country musics, and anything that young people are interested, especially in social media platforms. You're more than welcome to join us, to criticize, contribute, to evaluate our projects, and even take a role on the stage. So do not hesitate to go to Extremely United social media platforms and website. Thank you so much.
Shayla McCallum, that was wonderful, wonderful. And now our second award, Changemaker Award, goes to CIST East Africa Industries. And I'd like to introduce to you Richard Arwa.
Thank you very much to the international jury and the foundation for considering us. I am Arwa Richard. I work for CIST Africa. CIST stands for Center for Innovations for Sustainable Technologies in Africa. So at CIST Africa, we basically manufacture the bioethanol fuel. In Kenya and Africa and around the world, we find that majority of women still cook using the firewood, which is laborious and dangerous to collect around. So at CIST Africa, we make use of the waste materials, including the water hyacinth, to produce affordable clean cooking energy in form of bioethanol cooking fuel. We also market the ethanol cook stoves, and currently we serve 840 households. These were families who solely rely on cooking using firewood, and now they cook using the clean cooking energy. In so doing, we are trying to clean Lake Victoria, which has been invaded by water hyacinth for decades now, without proper solutions to it. So when we harvest water hyacinth and convert it into bioethanol cooking fuel, we are killing two birds with one stone. We are conserving the ecosystem of Lake Victoria, and at the same time, we are providing a clean cooking solutions to the women around Lake Victoria. We have a staff of 6, and we have a projection that in the next 5 years, we'll be producing 25,000 liters of bioethanol fuel daily to serve 100 families with clean cooking energy. Thank you very much once again for considering us for this award.
Oh, that's wonderful. And now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, our final award for change makers goes to yes, the Green Hope Foundation of Bangladesh. And now, Erin Isabel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Erin, the Outreach Officer of Green Hope Foundation. On behalf of Green Hope Foundation, I would like to thank you for this award for our project, Breaking Barriers, Building Dreams, powering a rural, vulnerable community through clean energy. Our project is based in a COVID-19 impacted community and is using innovative clean energy solutions driven by local youth to rebuild better in a sustainable manner. This community had no electricity or health care. There was a complete lack of knowledge and resources to combat COVID-19 and other diseases. The schools had shut down, most of its adults were unemployed, extreme poverty and deteriorating health situations threatened the survival of many of the residents, disproportionately impacting women and children. Our project used clean energy as an innovative solution to first address the safety issue by installing solar-powered streetlights into the village. We installed solar panels, computers, and an audio-visual system at the school so that classes can now be conducted remotely. We trained a group of youth ensuring gender balance on hygiene and sanitation. These trained ambassadors installed hand washing stations, regularly visit each house, distribute washable cloth masks, explain the benefits of hand washing, the need for social distancing, and proper hygiene to combat COVID. A solar-powered mobile library managed by our ambassadors travels every day to this and nearby villages, providing children with the opportunity to read. To stop open defecation, we built toilets, which has a direct impact on the health of the village residents, as well as helped reduce groundwater pollution. Last month, we installed several sewing machines in one of the schoolrooms that now has electricity, provided training to women who are now stitching masks and clothes and selling them, thereby earning a living. Through this innovative solution that addresses SDG 3 all the way to SDG 10, we've provided the resources, brought about behavioral change, and successfully built resilience in this remote rural community. Most importantly, we have brought a smile onto the faces of every single person in this community. Thank you once again.
Oh, that was just wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all of you winners there. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know something. We had a bit of a technical issue with Abdul Rahman Fofana, but I understand that he is back with us. So Abdul Rahman, if you can kindly give us some words and comments about the Scope Award that you received, please.
Good afternoon to all. I say I'm very honored and pleased to be among great young people around the world and innovators. This award means so much to us as young people in Liberia, specifically in West Africa. The Liberia Foundation was funded to empower young people in order to overcome poverty and illiteracy. Over the last years, we have been able to impact 6,000 young people in academic and technical vocational programs with the mentor of teaching the men how to fish. But through our process of empowerment, we realized that teaching the men how to fish was not a total empowerment. So we thought it wise to teach a man how to fish and give him tools to fish could be a total empowerment, which is now making a tremendous impact in the life of many young people in Liberia. Of course, the institution, Liberian Foundation, and its members are very proud and pleased to be awarded this noble award. And I think it's a pride for my country and other young people from the Islam community. So thank you for the honor.
Abdul Rahman, thank you very much. Thank you. And now I would love, please, and welcome all of you to watch the official intro of the Pioneers in SDGs Awards Ceremony 2021. Here we are.
The SDGs Awards call for projects. The Pioneers in SDGs Awards pay tribute to outstanding individuals and organizations that contribute to sustainable peace and development through innovative and creative projects. Promoting peaceful and inclusive societies, protecting human rights, the rule of law, and democratic values, empowering women, girls, and youth for social justice and equal opportunities play an essential role in achieving sustainable development goals worldwide. We call on civil society organizations to submit projects which will serve as exemplary models, inspiring others towards positive social change and contributing to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Our international jury will evaluate the projects by considering 4 criteria: innovation, finding creative solutions to address global challenges; stakeholders, developing partnerships to share financial and human resources; scope, demonstration of strategic planning, implementation, and evaluation; impact, evidence of effective outcomes that can be transferred to other places; awards, first place $2,000 and recognition award; second place $1,000 and recognition award; third place $500 and recognition award; innovation award $250; stakeholders award $250; scope award $250; impact award $250; changemakers award $100. The Pioneers in SDGs Awards will be presented during the UNGA conference. Please submit your project on our website at www.unga-conference.org.
Oh, my Lord. How wonderful this day, this night, this evening, the wonderment of our world is made better because of all of you. All of you have a heart and spirit that resonates a light, and that is glorious. That is a blessing beyond words, a blessing for all of us to cherish those moments and treasure the absolute glorious times with their family and those dear, because you are making an impact. And so I just want to give thanks to all of the participants who entered in this amazing projects, our jury, our journalists, the Writers Foundation, and their global partners. And today we've been ever blessed to celebrate so many men and women's altruistic efforts to make this world a better place. Truly, you are making the world a much, much better place, a powerful place, a meaningful and engaging home for all of us, far beyond anything we could possibly imagine. Your projects will touch the world, touch hearts and minds in the light of spirit, of grace and dignity. And before closing, I'd like to make an announcement of a very important conference next week, and that is the UNGA Conference 2021 will be held next week, Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021, and the Journalists and Writers Foundation and its global partners welcome you. They welcome you with open arms, with joy, with delight, with imagination to hear and listen from you after watching this. So all of you, they want you to attend, to go to the 6th Annual UNGA Conference 2021, Transforming Our World, during the 76th session of the UN General Assembly in New York. And so please visit their website. It's www.unga.org. unga-conference.org. Okay, again, I'll give it to you. unga-conference.org. Okay, ung-conference.org to register and attend this most important conference. You'll see the registration link right there in the chat box on the YouTube account. Okay, now that's unga-conference.org. Thank you dearly. And we so look forward to seeing you, all of you, again next year. God bless you and blessings upon your family and all those dear to you.